Hi, I'm Holly, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Who among us that grew up in the early 2000s didn't want to do that? I tried to do my hair, but I don't have butterfly clips or anything, but I feel like random braids were a thing. I did a frosted lip today, for this video to bring us back. I probably do have clothes from the early 2000s still, but I have no idea where they are. So I'm just wearing a normal shirt I would wear any other time. So it's Holly, and today I wanted to talk about Disney Channel original movies. So just for a little bit of perspective on who I am. So I am 32 years old. We didn't get Disney Channel until 2003 or 5. I feel like when I was in middle school and high school. When I was growing up, Disney Channel was definitely a paid add-on. It wasn't just included with your cable subscription. And I think once a year they would give it to you for free for a couple weeks, and I would watch whatever I could. But I definitely was a big fan of the Disney Channel and Disney Channel original movies. I did watch some TV shows too. I was a die-hard Lizzie McGuire fan. Saw the Lizzie McGuire movie in theaters. Huge fan. Definitely heartbroken that Disney Channel or Disney Plus decided to not go on with a updated series, especially since Paramount/NBC is doing one for iCarly. I feel robbed now. Before I was just mad, now I feel robbed. But it's fine. I think that High School Musical is kind of one of the movies a lot of people think of when they think of Disney Channel original movies, and I think that's because it was kind of a breakout hit, and obviously the third movie went on to be in theaters. Now, I was a little old for High School Musical, so I think I was graduating from high school when it came out. I did see the first one, and then I did ultimately see the second one. I never saw the third movie. And while I do think they're pretty cringy, I appreciate it. Whatever, it's fine. I like the music and everything. And Team Sharpay though, right? We're all Team Sharpay. She just wanted what was best for the musical. But for me, that is not what I think of when I think of Disney Channel original movies or a DCOM. I think of the movies that I grew up watching. Now, I will say, I do think a lot of these movies have pretty cringy elements to them, but I don't care. So some of my favorites that I remember loving growing up are one, Xenon.
Cetus-Lupeedus! Blast off with a Disney Channel original movie. Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century.
No air duct cruising, no recycle bin diving, and please try to stay out of restricted zones.
She's your typical cosmic kid who's been grounded.
Shuttle departure in 3 minutes.
But when disaster hits home base, it's up to Xenon to save her family and friends up in space.
Everybody up there is in danger mortis.
Watch Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, starring Kirsten Storms and Raven. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on Disney Channel.
Obsessed with Xenon. All of them, but definitely the first one. I rewatched it last year because It's a Southern Thing, which is a YouTube channel, was doing a live watch and commentary on it, so I watched it with them, and oh my gosh, it held up. I mean, it's a made-for-TV movie, but I really enjoyed myself. Protozoa, the spiked hair with the frosted tips. It was beautiful. And also, I was looking for this video. Did you know that we're apparently all spelling Cetus-Lupeedus wrong? I mean, I think Disney Channel is wrong at this point. Obviously it's spelled with a Z, but no. Other ones I liked, Luck of the Irish. I was a huge fan of that. I had the biggest crush on that author, or that actor. I think his name is Ryan Merriman. Where did I pull that out of? I don't know, but I had a huge crush on him. Also, Lassie from Psych is in this movie, and it was funny because I feel like nobody ever talked about Luck of the Irish, and then when All Ears did their video on the Disney Channel original movies that are really weird, they talked about this one, and my dad texted me and he's like, I didn't realize Lassie was in a Disney Channel movie. I was like, oh, yes he is. Sorry if you move, it's my cat. So I've always thought of that. I like that movie. I think it's fun. It's about a boy that learns that he's like a leprechaun. Another one is Color of Friendship.
Different from you? You couldn't imagine ever being friends?
Mariba. Yes. The exchange student from Dundee, South Africa. You're the family.
Disney Channel presents a story about two kids from two different worlds who beat the odds.
Do you have any black friends at home, Mari?
They formed a friendship
I'm glad I stayed.
until prejudice threatened to tear them apart.
Pack your things. You won't be coming back.
Watch The Color of Friendship, Disney Channel's Emmy Award-winning original movie.
Which this one I think is based on a true story. I'm not 100% sure though. And it takes place during like the 70s or 80s, and it's about a girl from South Africa, and it's during apartheid, and she does like an exchange program with a family in Washington DC, I believe. It's been a long time since I've seen this one. And so I think she thinks she's going to be living with a white family, and the family is black, and they think that they're going to be getting a black like transplant student because she's coming from Africa, not realizing that like South Africa has like a pretty large white population. Okay, I'm editing and I want to clarify, because I did do a little bit of research on this. I don't think it's so much that they think that they don't know that there's white people in South Africa, but I think part of why they are doing this is because of the apartheid that's happening in South Africa, and so that's why they're expecting a black foreign exchange student. I just wanted to like clarify that like I don't think that the family in the US is stupid and doesn't think that white people live in Africa. And so it's kind of like them learning from each other, learning about like racism and everything. And I just remember really liking that movie and thinking it was a much more serious one. And that's another one I feel like people just don't talk about. I should check. I think all of the Disney Channel original movies are now on Disney Plus. So I should check and see if this one is on there, and I should rewatch it. I obviously have rewatched Xenon. Another one was Motocross, which I have rewatched on Disney Plus. Oh, this one was super cringy, but I liked it, but it does have a trope I'm not a big fan of. This one has a girl, Andrea, and her brother is a motocross racer. She wants to do motocross too, but her dad won't let her do it because it's too dangerous. And her brother ends up getting injured, and so she like cuts her hair off and pretends to be her brother in order to like race as him. And she like has a crush on this like competing motocross racer, and he like helps her but thinks she's a boy and all of these things. So it's got some super awkward moments, but it has some like girl power moments, and I don't know, I just remember really liking it. And then I will say I am a casual Halloween Town fan. Like, I don't love Halloween Town. Like, there is a cult following around this movie and these movies, but I do appreciate a good Halloween Town. And since I'm like easily spooked, I feel like Halloween Town is like a good movie for me. Maybe Halloween Town should be like my annual Halloween watch or something. I don't know, because it definitely doesn't like spook me out too much. But yeah, so like those are some of the ones that like I really remember growing up with. There were obviously the ones that were based on TV shows. Like, I know Even Stevens had a movie. It was past my like real watching, but I believe Wizards of Waverly Place had a movie. I know Camp Rock was really popular. Again, that was like past when I was really watching Disney Channel. Have I seen I think I have seen Camp Rock. I think I eventually sought it out. But if I watched it, it was like one time. Smart House, I feel like, is pretty popular. I remember that one really freaking me out, but full disclosure, I am like terrified of like robots. I don't have a Roomba. I will never have one, like 99.9% sure, because I'm terrified of them. But so yeah, Smart House definitely freaked me out. I remember, Cadet Kelly, I was a huge fan. Again, I was a huge Hilary Duff fan. Like, I wanted to be Hilary Duff as a kid. So, pretty much anything she was in, I was all about. There was one, True Confessions with Shia LaBeouf. I remember that one being really emotional. I think there was a Cheetah Girls movie. Wait, Cheetah Girls is only a movie. That was never a TV show. Did they wear velour track suits? Oh man. The late 90s and early 2000s were a time to be alive. Like, I never had a velour tracksuit, but I definitely had like a shirt that matched my sweatpants. That was a look. And I wore it all the freaking time. All the time. Yeah, I think those are like the only ones I can think of that were like die-hard watches. But I will say, honorable mention to not a true DCOM, the Lizzie Mcguire movie, as I've already addressed. This movie came out in theaters. That is how big Lizzie Mcguire was. This movie was in theaters. I own this movie on DVD. I lived for this movie. Also, has anybody gone back and rewatched it and realized that that was their 8th grade graduation? Like, we didn't even do anything for like my high school graduation, let alone going to Italy for your freaking 8th grade graduate. Like, what kind of school is this? But like, that movie was like, oh my gosh, loved it, watched it all the time. You know, a little like, I can't sing, but
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
Yeah, I think there was a Proud Family movie. I'm trying to think. I don't know, whatever. I was a huge DCOM fan, a huge Disney Channel fan. I just thought it would be fun to kind of talk about some of the movies. Did you watch any? Were some of them, like, what were some of your favorites? Are there some that, like, stood out for you? I'm sure I'm forgetting, like, really big, really popular ones. Did you like the, like, more serious ones, or, like, the more, like, cheesy teeny bopper ones? Let me know down below. Are you an adult? And now do you watch them? Do you still like them? I know there's adults who've seen like the Descendants movies and think that they actually are pretty good for adults too. I've never seen them. I wonder, are those on Disney Plus? That's why I had never watched them before, is I didn't have cable and I couldn't get a hold of them. But if they're on Disney Plus, maybe I should check it out. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's me talking about some Disney Channel movies, and I'll see you next time. Bye.